Good evening, School District of Indian River County. This is your Superintendent, Dr. Moore, here with a Facebook Live. This is an opportunity to provide input regarding a great conversation we've been having here at the School District of Indian River County regarding returning students to school, regarding our safe and healthy health and safety measures that have been in place in order to ensure that we're doing everything possible to keep children safe, while at the same time providing meaningful instructional environments where parents feel safe and comfortable to send those students to ensure we have the opportunity to work together to maximize the full potential of all students. So as you know, we've been having a great deal of conversations regarding masks. We had a 15-hour school board meeting over the course of 2 days, and we have made some decisions and some significant improvements regarding the pathway that we will take as it relates to masks moving forward. As you can see on the slide here, the current policy that is in place regarding our opening of school plans as it relates to masks will continue to be enforced. Wearing a mask when social distancing isn't possible. We are going to take the time to review that particular plan and look for opportunities to immediately enhance the opportunities for students to have those mask breaks, while at the same time within classrooms identify a mask-free space whenever we have that possibility within those particular classrooms, and that is work our principals will begin to do. Immediately beginning Monday. We're also going to create what we call a mask bill of rights. We want every student to know what the approved plan is, when masks should be worn, when it is okay not to have a mask on, in which environments, so everyone fully understands. Everyone is empowered with the information, so collectively we're all working together with a clearly defined expectation on what we have collectively agreed upon on how we're going to use masks. But we're not done. We need to continue to do research. So I've been asked by our school board to look at, consult with, and create a pathway moving forward. The school board provided a number of different criteria for me to look at, consult with experts in our community, consult with health experts in order to create what criteria needs to be present, what systems need to be developed, and when would be the appropriate time to begin the phase-out process. So when you look at the screen now, we want to enhance our current plan. So what you will see is some immediate responses as it relates to the mask bill of rights, additional information very specifically defined in a very easy to understand format, when masks should not, or are optional within our school environment. Clearly defining the expectation under the current program that is in place. Doing additional research in order to enhance or modify the plan. And I think it's important to note, as a community, we created this plan at the beginning of the school, end of July going into August. And it was a plan that was created to be in response to an environment that had never, ever existed before. Teaching and learning in the midst of a pandemic. There were no best practices that we could pull upon from previous implementations. It was a community coming together to devise a plan based on that reality to be best by kids and provide quality education in the midst of this pandemic. And as true educators, as we have implemented that plan, we have learned a lot. And there are opportunities to enhance and improve those items within our current plan. So we will take the time to consult with experts, speak with teachers, speak with our administrators, looking at how we create and enhance our plan while at the same time ensuring we do not put students at risk. We create a healthy and safe plan that maximizes the opportunity for students to be in our brick and mortar experience. I'll bring that plan back to the board in November and then have the opportunity to have a conversation with the board regarding the established criteria and a pathway when and how and when we will move to a process of minimizing mask in a healthy and safe way. So we're looking forward to doing that research. A lot of work yet to be done, but we're excited about the progress that we're making and the time in which we're making it. All right, so we're also in this time returning students to the brick and mortar experience. And when you look at the data we have available, we have right now, as it stands, about 1,400 students returning to the brick and mortar experience. And that is absolutely outstanding, and thank you for your willingness to send your children back to school. It is a stamp of approval regarding the systems and structures that our principals and teachers are creating. It is a validation of the hard work we all have been doing and our continued commitment to even do it better moving forward. And this is a lot of movement. This is bringing back 1,400 students into the most impactful instructional environment any system can provide. All students will be transitioned back no later than 10/26. And what you should expect if you're currently in one of the two virtual models and you have identified through the survey, which will remain open through the weekend, that you would be returning to brick and mortar, you'll be contacted by your school counselor or administrator regarding that transition. And we assure you, you will be back in space, brick and mortar, no later than 10/26. And let me say this to the community. This is a great deal of movement. And as we have created flexible options, multiple options to address the needs of all families, we need to continue to be flexible. Our goal is to transition students back with the least amount of movement as possible, but in complete transparency, there will be some movement. There will be some changes as we pull teachers from transitional back into the brick and mortar experience. And I want everyone to understand that and want everyone to know we're here to get this right. We're here not to take an easy way and just push students back into school and say, look, here it is, we're done, let's move on. This is a partnership. We make our jobs harder on ourselves to be in the best interest of children. So as we make this transition, and if for any 1 second you don't feel as if your son or your daughter is getting the absolute best education possible, it's not okay for you just to accept that. We run this system as if every single child belongs to us. When we walk in classrooms, I envision my daughter, one of two of them, in that classroom. And if it's not good enough for them, then it's not good enough for the students who are in that building. And that's the way I want each and every single parent who is watching to respond. If you have a concern about the power and the purpose of the education that's being provided to your child, please reach out to this teacher. Reach out to the school principal. We are here to solve problems. You can't repeat your high school experience. You can't repeat your middle school experience. You have one day, each and every single day, and our job is to maximize that opportunity for each and every single student in this district. And when we fall short, we want to hold ourselves accountable, and we want to learn from it, and we want to grow. And we're counting on you to let us know when we do. If you don't get that response or you don't get that resolve from our principals, who I know are willing to problem solve and meet your needs, please, up on the screen now is our advocacy office. This is a new office that we've created. Mr. Eric Seymour, you see his picture here. It's a relatively old picture. He's much thinner in real life now. But he is here to support and help you. And we want to be your advocates at every point in this organization. This is complex, hard work that we don't have any time to do it in a way which isn't productive. So please, reach out to Mr. Seymour, work with your principals. Let's work together to get this right in what is a time of transition. When you're transitioning, about 1,500 students we're hoping to get to over the course of after this weekend, that's a lot of movement. That's a lot of new behaviors going on. We know there are students who are walking back into our schools that have been out since March 13th. We will be prepared to greet them. We will be prepared to welcome them, and we will be prepared to provide them with a quality education when they return. I thank each and every single one of you for your advocacy, for your support, and for your partnership. We are in the midst of a pandemic. We're doing things that we've never done before. We're creating systems and structures in response to very, very difficult realities. And our dedication to you and your students is to continue to evaluate, to continue to reflect, and move faster than any other district on how we learn and how we modify to ensure, even in the midst of pandemic, we have the opportunity to provide environments and spaces in education where all students in the school district of Indian River County have the opportunity to maximize their full potential. Thank you. Please fill out the survey if you have not already. Any concerns or issues you may have, please feel free to reach out to your principals. We are here for you. Thank you and have a great day.